My dear students of class 8, this is your subject history and here the first chapter name is the Revolt of 1857. This is the third part of this chapter and today's lesson is military cause and immediate cause. Now here military causes. Here we will see what wrong happened with those militaries and why they organized this type of big revolt. Now let's see the military causes. There was a lot of discontentment among the Indian soldiers. Some of the important military causes are the following. Now the first subheading is ill treatment of the sepoys. The soldiers were poorly paid and treated roughly by the British officers. They were sometimes abused and humiliated. The highest pay which a subedar could get was less than the minimum pay of a raw European recruit. Subheading number 2. Poor prospects of promotions. Very often there was no promotion for an Indian soldier. All the higher posts were reserved for the British, irrespective of their capabilities and performance. An Indian soldier who joined as a subedar, he retired as a same post subedar. Third subheading, socio-religious interference. The sepoys were forbidden to wear marks of cultural significance, beard or turban. Number 4. General Service Enlistment Act. This act passed by British government for the military. We'll see what happened after this act. The General Service Enlistment Act in 1856 provided that all recruits to the Bengal army would be ready for service anywhere and everywhere, whether within or outside India. This act caused great alarm in the minds of the Bengal army. Now next subheading is here the problem of allowances. Now denial of allowances. The sepoys also revolted on account of salaries and Vatta. Vatta means here foreign service allowance. As more and more parts of India were conquered, the sepoys lost their Vatta. This was a huge cut in their salaries. This Vatta was actually extra allowance soldiers were getting when they were going outside for foreign service. Now very interesting cause, this is immediate cause. The immediate cause of the revolt of 1857 was in 1856 the introduction of Enfield rifles in place of the old iron made brown base guns. This Enfield rifle was very interesting. Now let's see, in order to load these Enfield rifles, the greased wrapping paper of the cartridge had to be beaten off. The grease, it was suggested, was made of animal fat. The cow was a sacred animal to the Hindus and eating pig was a taboo for the Muslims. Hence, the sepoys, both the Hindus and the Muslims, refused to use this cartridge. Now, start of the First War of Independence or this revolt of 1857. The War of Independence was supposed to begin on 31st May 1857. But on 29th March 1857, a Brahmin soldier named Mangal Pandey was the first sepoy who openly refused to bite the greased cartridge in Barakpur near Calcutta. He also killed two English officers. Mangal Pandey was tried and executed and regiments of Barakpur were disbanded. The news of Mangal Pandey and events in Bengal soon reached the other parts of the country and resulted in open revolt. So students, these were the four causes behind the revolt of 1857, including today's lesson military cause and immediate cause. Now here few questions from all those causes. Now this is a worksheet from the revolt of 1857. These you have to write these answers in any notebook, any copy, whatever you have with you. Now question, first question, why is the revolt of 1857 also called the First War of Independence? Number 2, what was the doctrine of lapse? Who introduced it? Number 3, how did the doctrine of lapse become a political cause for the Great Revolt of 1857? Number 4, name any two states that were annexed through the doctrine of lapse. Number 5, who and in which year abolished the practice of the custom of sati? Number 6. Mention 2 ways by which the Indians felt that the British were interfering in their religion and customs. Number 7. Mention any 2 reasons for the unhappiness of the Indian soldiers in the British army. Number 8. In which year the railway was introduced? When General Service Enlistment Act was passed? Number 9. What was the immediate cause of the revolt of 1857? Number 10. When and where did the First War of Independence start? These all are the objective questions and you have to solve these. Now students, if you have any queries, any doubt, you can comment in below the video in comment section, but write your name and section. Thank you students.